Hello everybody, I hope you're all very well and welcome to this Here to Help video on the balancing method in algebra. Let's get started. I've got two questions here which I'm going to be using. I'm going to start off with this one here. So what I want to do is, first of all, I want to let you know how I know if a number is positive or negative. So if a number is negative, I'll have this negative sign in front of it. So it means 5, minus 2x. But it also means that 2x is negative. So whatever the symbol is in front of a number lets you know if it's positive or negative. So if there's a negative sign or a subtraction sign in front of a number, that means it's negative. And if there's a plus sign, like this, 5 plus 2x, in front of a number, it shows you that number is positive. So this shows me 2x is positive. For example, here with this 5 and this 1, there's no sign, and that means it's positive. So there's no sign or a plus sign before the number, it's a positive number. And if there's a negative sign, a subtraction sign before the number, it's a negative number. Okay, so the aim and how to figure this question out is to get all the numbers on one side of the equal sign and all the letters on another side of the equal sign. Doesn't matter which side to begin with, and then we can just always swap it round. So what I first of all want to do is the balancing method is all about cancelling out. So I'm going to take this 5 and I'm going to try and get it over here with this 1. Because then that means we've got a negative 2x on this side and our 1 and our 5 on this side. So letters are on one side, numbers on the other side. And just so you know, in case you're wondering, this negative 2x all comes together. It's like a group of friends, they stick together. So this 2x, despite 2x being a number, is connected to this x. They're together. And this negative sign is also with it. So this stays together. Unless it goes on the other side of the equal sign, then it'll come a positive 2x. Okay, so what we want to do is, this is a positive 5. So what we've got is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 positives. Okay, so that's our 5 positives there. And what I want to do is, I want to cancel that out so I can take it off this side. So what cancels out 5 positives? 5 negatives. So that's just like that, like dominoes, almost knocks each other out, cancels them out. So how does this work? Because when you have 1 minus 1, so this is no symbol in front of it, that shows it's a positive 1. Minus 1, you get 0. Because you've got 1 positive and 1 negative, and they cancel each other out to give you 0, which is nothing. So we want to cancel that out. So we're going to take away 5, and that cancels that out. So you just put a streak through it. Because 5 minus 5 is 0. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay? But what you do on one side of the equal sign, you have to do on the other side of the equal sign. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to subtract 5 from here. So 1 minus 5 is going to give you negative 4. So I'm going to rewrite the equation now. Negative 2x is equal to negative 4. Okay? So what I've done is, I took away 5. I subtracted 5 from this 5 because it was a positive 5, so that cancelled that out. Why did I want to cancel it out? Because I wanted to get it on this side, so I could have numbers on one side and letters on the other side. I don't really want this here, I want it on the other side so it can go and be with the 1. So that's why I cancelled it out. So it resulted in negative 2x equals negative 4, because what you do on one side of the equal sign you have to do on the other. So when I subtracted 5 away from this side of the equal sign, I had to do it on the other side. So now what I want to do is, I'm going to start off by timesing both sides by negative. So what I do on one side, I have to do on the other. So the aim of this equation is to find out what x is equal to. So what I'm going to be doing is, I'm not looking for what negative x is equal to, I'm looking for what positive x is equal to, just x is equal to. So if I times by a negative, that'll give us positive 2x. How does this work? Because a negative times a negative is equal to a positive. So a negative times a negative is equal to a positive. A negative times a positive is equal to a negative, and a positive times a positive is equal to a positive. So I've got a negative 2x here, and I'm timesing that by negative. So a negative times a negative equals a positive. So that's going to be a positive 2x. I've got negative 4 here because I'm doing it on both sides, because I do on one side of the equal sign, I have to do on the other. So this negative 4 times by negative is negative times a negative, which gives you a positive. So it's not changing the numbers or the letters, it's just changing the fact whether it's positive or negative. So that's giving you 4. So now what I want to do is, I've got two lots of x. So I know x is equal to 4. 2x is equal to 4. But I just want to know what one of these x's is equal to. It doesn't matter which one, because they're both the same. So if I've got 2, I'm just going to divide by 2, but what I do on one side of the equal sign, I have to do on the other side. That is a really, really key rule in algebra. What I do on one side of the equal sign, I must do on the other. So I'm dividing by 2 on both sides. Why am I doing that? Because 2 divided by 2 equals 1, and therefore that means that'll give me what 1x x is equal to. And that's the whole point of this equation, to know what x is equal to. So 2 divided by 2 is 1, so 1x, which can also be written as x, is equal to 4 divided by 2, which is 2x is equal to 2. Now what I'm going to do is, I am going to look at the next equation. So I just realised you couldn't see that, so x is equal to 2. Right, moving on to the next equation. 9k plus 3 equals 66. I'm not going to go over it all again, I don't want to bore you, I'm just going to go straight into the facts. So I want to cancel out this 3, so I'm going to do negative 3, cancelling it out, and then what I do on one side out of the equal sign I have to do on the other. So I'm going to take away 3 from, subtract 3 from there, so I'm left with 9k, that's the letter here instead of x, because you can use any letter, is equal to 63. And then I've got 9 lots of k, I just want 1 lot of k to know what k is equal to, that's the whole point of this equation. So I'm going to divide by 9 on both sides, but you do on one side of the equal sign, you have to do on the other. So that means k is equal to 63 divided by 9, and 9 sevens are 63, so k is equal